Dr. Mhangwani. I'm the Executive Head of Marketing for Vodacom Business.
Dogodela, thank you for your time. You actually mentioned a lot of things, and I've also drafted a few questions, so let's just go through them. So the first one would be, can you provide specific examples of how Vodacom Business has already helped businesses turn their real problems into progress through digital connectivity?
Absolutely. I mean, we have a number of situations where, if you actually look at our advert, there's a part where they have a paramedic there, right? And what we're actually saying in that storyline is that in South Africa, some of our informal settlements actually don't have addresses. They don't have street numbers, they don't have house numbers. And when somebody is in an emergency and they want to call an ambulance and they want to actually get assistance, they can't, because people don't know how to get to those people. So we have a solution that is called What 3 Words. And Vodacom has partnered with other providers to be able to put together this What 3 Words solutions that allows medical people in emergencies, when they're struggling to find where a person is staying in an area where there are no addresses, those solutions are there as well. We also have solutions whereby we are helping farmers. As long as you are tagging your cattle or your animals, doesn't matter whether it's cattle farming or any other type of farming, we have IoT solutions that also allow you to find where your flock are at, where your cattle are at, so that you're not actually just having your animals disappear and you don't know where they went to. You can track them using the power of IoT as well. And also, you were working from home during COVID, right? And how are you working from home? It's because at the back end, you are using cloud technology to be able to connect to the office, to gain access to everything that is on the system for you as well. So when you look at the power of cloud technology, security, allowing you to work from the beach, in a restaurant, at home, that is all technology. It's all technology enabling people. And that's why we are saying, if you focus only on the technology and the people, you're not necessarily going to get the best, right? Because you need to get the people to understand, embrace, and want to use the technology to be able to have easier lives. And that's how digital works. If you embrace it, if you try it out, it accelerates your life, it changes your life, it improves service delivery. I'm sure you've also seen that traditionally when you go to queue in the clinics and everything, you're usually sitting in long lines. Now there's a solution to that where people can go in there and get a ticket, and then they know that they'll be serviced in a shorter period of time as well. And that's why William was also talking about how proud we are that government has selected us to be the government's partner for digital transformation and solutions.
No, I love it. I love it. Another thing that makes me to love Vodacom, you know, during load shedding times,
yes,
most people are saying people cannot access or reach me because of network issues. But
yes,
I want to put it on record. With Vodacom, I have never heard any person saying, I have issues with connectivity. What makes that to be the case with Vodacom?
Well, as we mentioned during our media forum, we've invested billions in making sure that when load shedding actually occurs, our clients, businesses linked to our network, are able to continue. There may be a second or two where they need to wait, but other than that, we realize that the power of South Africa growing economically, producing jobs, enabling South Africa to thrive, is on that foundation of connectivity being available. You know, it's sad you mentioned an example that a lot of businesses have gone out and have been closed, resulting from COVID and everything else. Organizations such as Vodacom have a role to play in making sure that they partner with South Africa, the government in South Africa, consumers in South Africa, businesses in South Africa, to also play their part in creating jobs, enabling SMEs, enabling businesses to be able to continue. We need to embrace our reality in South Africa. Load shedding is here. We need to find solves. We need to find solutions. And we are making sure we are putting in that investment as Vodacom to make sure our clients, our businesses, our SMEs can continue. But I suspect people don't struggle with you because of your height as well. You're closer to the base stations, aren't you now?
I'm a network tower. I love that. Ma, another thing that frustrates me the most, it's when I've noticed how those little businesses in the location,
yes,
they do not have access to this information that you are giving out. So for instance, I got to know this because I was covering this, but
yes,
there's someone that is at home struggling with their business. How do they get information, such information that Vodacom is actually not only, or the Vodacom is not
yes,
only a network,
yes,
but we are also a solution to businesses that are out there?
100%. And I take the feedback. I don't just take the comment you're making, I take the feedback that there are many smaller enterprises, be it it's a spaza shop, be it it's a guy running his own thing from home. I take the feedback where you are saying that I'm aware now because I came to your launch, but I don't feel everybody knows. In other words, we need to work harder in terms of our marketing and also communicating, and not only communicating with an urban perspective in mind, but also understanding that we may be urban, but people in Soweto are not necessarily receiving our news, or the smaller guys that you were referring to are not necessarily understanding the solutions. And we take the feedback that if they are not getting our news and understanding what we provide, we will work harder to make sure that our comms, our marketing, and our solutions are reaching them. And we need to start operating differently because our world has changed. The way our communities are set up has changed. The way businesses are being run and the way people are starting up their own thing, which they're running from home, has changed. And we need to also look at how we change, how we communicate to people, to make sure that we are connecting not only from a this is what we sell, but also from an emotional point of view where people feel, you know, what I love about Vodacom is not the fact that they provide connectivity, but every time I go to a store or I talk to a Vodacom employee and I say I need help, I feel they are hearing me, I feel they are listening to me, and they can relate to me and the challenges I am actually going through as a person living in South Africa. So we need to make sure that we are communicating and connecting with our clients on a constant basis, and also responding to the changing customer needs and how they want to work with us as well as Vodacom.
Oh, that's beautiful. My parting shot, in fact, it's not my parting shot. I would like to know something. With concerns about data privacy and security on the rise, how does Vodacom Business plan to address these issues and ensure the protection of their clients' sensitive information?
It's definitely not my area.
Okay.
But it is, my colleague who can speak to it can absolutely respond to that. But it is something that we solve for as well. But absolutely, I would recommend you speak to my specialist in that area.
So where can we get hold of this information? Maybe the socials, people that can visit and see.
I have my senior leader right behind you as well. He can also assist you. But absolutely, if you are looking to understand what we are about, you can visit our website, which is vodacombusiness.co.za. I'm also a very open person to receive any comments from our customers who feel that they need some guidance. So people can reach out to me, Mhangwani. If you Google me, you'll find me. Don't worry about that. But absolutely, I think what we need to do is find a way to make people feel that Vodacom actually wants to hear from them, and Vodacom cares about their challenges, and that's why we're saying turn to us, because we believe we can actually help as well.
Dokotela, it's a pleasure.
Thank you so much.